Hello friends, very welcome back to Manoj chemistry classes. So today we would like to discuss about the tautomerism part 2. Tautomerism part 2. So in the last class we left somewhere. So where we left here, that means yeah, here. So in the last class we had discussed about the stochastic ester. Here in this stochastic ester, the content of phenol content is nearly 7% due to the presence of hydrogen bonding. So as it shows the reactions tests for the both keto and enol forms. So now we are going to discuss about acetyl acetone. Acetyl acetone. So here this acetyl acetone is a beta diketone. Beta diketone. So here which has both the keto and enol form. So first let's start the structure. Write the structure of acetyl beta diketone, which is nothing but acetyl acetone. So this will be, the structure will be like this. Here CH3. Here in this one is nothing but a keto form. It exists in both keto and enol form. But interestingly, this keto form is nearly 24%, whereas its enol form is nearly 76%. 76%. So here the enol form will be written like this: CH3 CO CH double bond OH CH3. So here also what we call hydrogen bonding will be exist. Hydrogen bonding will be exist. So due to that chelation, hydrogen bonding. So due to that chelation here, the content of enol is 76%. Enol content will be there. Here the reason why here in both the cases, that is nothing but in the previous class of stochastic ester and now acetyl acetone, in both the cases chelation is there. Chelation is there, but here only it has 76%, whereas in case of acetoacetic ester, acetoacetic ester, if only 7% of phenol content is there. So what is the reason? So here let us discuss the reason. Here the reason is nothing but here the more amount of phenol than the stochastic ester, due to the keto groups are more electronegative. Keto groups are more electronegative, more electronegative than ester group, more electronegative than ester group. So due to that reason, here the more amount of phenol content will be there. Here you may have one doubt. For example, CH3 C double bond O, CH double bond C O H. Here if I write like this, here there is a possibility of 6-membered cyclic ring. So we are discussed that according to Weierstrass theory, 6-membered cyclic string is more stable than the 5-membered cyclic ring. But even though it was more stable, here the structure is not exist here. Due to the reason the size of hydrogen atom is very less when compared to the remaining. So that's a 6-membered cyclic ring. A possibility is not able. So here only 5-membered cyclic ring will be possible, and due to the presence of the chelation, which is nothing but intramolecular hydrogen bonding, so it exists in the conjugation with this one. So here these two are in conjugation, these two double bonds are in conjugation, and this double bond is a conjugation with a lone pair. So due to this conjugation and intramolecular hydrogen bonding, so due to these reasons, so and due to the less size of this one, so and more amount of electronegative of keto groups, so due to all these reasons, the percentage of phenol content is 76% in acetyl acetone rather than stochastic ester, whereas stochastic ester has only 7% of enol content. Here What are the factors which are influencing the stability of the enol form? So the stability of the enol form can be explained by the chelation. This now already discussed with this one. And next one is aromatic nature, and the next one is formation of conjugated system. So these are the factors which are influencing the stability of enol form. That means more amount of enol form, more amount of enol form, more amount of enol form. So more amount of enol form will be stabilized by these conditions. So those are nothing but we are already discussed. What are those? The first one is chelation. First one is chelation. Second one is aromatic nature. Third one is formation of conjugated system. So for example, I would like to take one example here. I would like to write a conjugated system and a double bond here. Here if you take this one is in keto form, if you write the enol form of this one, that will be like this. Here this will be like this. Yeah, this one will be enol form. Here in this case 100% of enol form will be there. The amount of enol form is 100%. The amount of enol form is 100% enol form will be existing. So here the reason is aromaticity or conjugation. Here for example, if you take one more example, so for example I would like to take a cyclobutane ring, cyclobutanone with the conjugation. Here if you take this one will be exist in keto form. More amount of keto form will be there, whereas the enol form will be very less. The reason behind this one is here if you form an enol form, so here this enol form has anti-aromatic nature, that is nothing but 4n pi electron rules, anti-aromatic. So due to this anti-aromatic, this one is less stable than the aromatic. So that's why keto form is more amount than the enol form. So for example, if you take one more example, cyclobutane trione. So here a double bond O, here a double bond O, here one more double bond O. So in which the more amount of enol content will be there. The reason behind this is it is enolizes very rapidly. Why? Because it has 4n plus 2 pi electron system, 4n plus 2 pi electron system. There is single bond OH, double bond O, double bond O. There are 6 pi electrons are there, 4n plus 2 pi electron system. So this one is aromatic. This one is aromatic. So due to the aromaticity, so this can be enolized very rapidly than this one. So I hope you understand the conditions which are favorable. The first one is chelation. Next one is aromaticity. Next one is conjugation. So these are the factors which are favor the amount of enol content more. So coming to the next one, for example, if you take 2-pyridone or 2-pyridinol, 2-pyridone or 2-pyridinol. So if you draw the structure of 2-pyridone, that will be like this. Here the N and second position should be an on 2-pyridone. So here H will be here, here this one will be here. So if you go for enol content of this one, here the enol form will be like this. Here N will be here, here N, H, here double bond and OH. So we thought that this one will be more amount enol content will be more due to the aromaticity. We thought that one, but here the enol content is very less when compared to the keto form is more. So here the reason, even though it has aromaticity, keto form is more stable. So the reason is due to the presence of intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So due to the presence of this intermolecular hydrogen bonding of keto form, so the enolization will be depressed, suppressed. Enolization is suppressed. So how the keto form, how the intermolecular hydrogen bonding will be exist. So for example, I would like to show the intermolecular hydrogen bonding, how it will be exist. Here NH will be there, here double bond, here double bond, here a double bond O. So this one will be intermolecular hydrogen bonding with the N. Here this one will be like this. Yeah, this one, and here a double bond will be here one more double bond will be here double bond O will be there. So there will be existence of intramolecular hydrogen bonding. So this one will be exist with one more. So due to this intermolecular hydrogen bond, not intra, due to this intermolecular hydrogen bonding, so the enolization will be minimized. So due to that reason, the 2-pyridinol content is more than the 2-pyridinol content. So here intermolecular hydrogen bonding is there. You should remember intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So next one is 4-pyridone and 4-pyridinol. So here also the same content. Similarly here in this also intermolecular hydrogen bonding will be exist. Intermolecular hydrogen bonding will be exist. So here how the 4-pyridone structure will be there. 4-pyridone means here in the pyridine group, fourth position here, this one a one will be here, this one will be the 4-pyridone. So this one will be enolized to form 4-pyridinol. That one will be here NH, here OH, and here a double bond, here a double bond, here a double bond. So 4-pyridinol. But here this one keto form will be more than the enol form. The reason is again intermolecular hydrogen bonding. You should remember here this one is intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So here how it will be intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So for example, this one will be like this. Yeah, this one will be like this. Here what will be there, double bond O there. So here there, here this one will be hydrogen bonding with hydrogen which is attached to the nitrogen atom of the second pyridinone 4-pyridone molecule. So here this one will be here, this one will be here. So here, so this is the intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So due to these reasons, this 4-pyridone and 2-pyridone, those in these two cases ketone will be more than the enol content. So next one is 1,2-cyclohexadione. So here for example I would like to draw the structure of 1,2-cyclohexadione. Here dione means 2 one keto groups are there, those two should be in 1-2 positions. Here 1,2-cyclohexadione, here in this case this one is a keto form. If you write the enol form, this one, if you write the enol form, here this one will be like this. Here, yeah, this one, here a ol means OH will be here a double bond O. So here this one. So here in this case enol content will be more. Here also the same reason, here enol content will be more than the keto content. So due to the reason, here what will be there, here intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So due to these reasons, here enol content will be there. So whereas in case of intermolecular hydrogen bonding, in case of 2-pyridone or 4-pyridone, keto content will be there. So here intermolecular or intramolecular hydrogen bonding will favors either enol content or keto content. So hope you understand. So next one, the effect of solvent on enol content. So enol content will be effect by the solvent what we are using. So generally if you are using polar protic solvent solvent like water. So these are polar, sorry, not polar protic solvent. Generally, in this case, hydrogen bonding will be existing. Hydrogen bonding will be exist. Here in this case, generally enol content will be favored. Enol content will be favored. Whereas in case of polar aprotic, in this keto content will be favored. Here hydrogen bonding will be exist with the keto group which is present in the aldehyde or ketone. So this one will be have forms with the hydrogen bonding with the water molecule, hydrogen present in the water molecule. So with enol content order. So how the enol content will be in different solvents? So enol content order. So the order of the enol content will be, for example, if you take a hexane in which less amount of enol is there, whereas in benzene, so when compared to hexane, somewhat more amount of enol is there, whereas in next one acetone, next one is methanol, and next one is water. In the water, enol content will be more, whereas in hexane, enol content will be less. That indirectly tells about keto content will be more. Here, enol content will be more, whereas keto content will be less. So this is the order of the solvents what we have to use: hexane, benzene, acetone, methanol, and water. So coming to the next one, increasing order of the enol content. So some groups we are already discussed. Some are favored with the hydrogen bonding, some are having more electron negativity group. So if more electron negative atom is attached to the carbonyl group, that can be enolized very rapidly than the remaining. So the order is, the first one is aldehyde. Aldehyde is very less amount of enol content. So next one is ketone. Next one is ketone. Next one is ketoester. Next one is ketoester with phenol group. Ketoester with phenol group. Why? Because due to the phenol group, here resonance will be formed. Ketoester with the phenol group. Next one is dialdehyde, diol, which is nothing but dialdehyde. Next one is ketoaldehyde. Next one is ketoaldehyde, whereas next one is diketone, whereas next one is phenol group containing electron withdrawing group, phenol group containing electron withdrawing group, with carbonyl group, with C double bond O group, electron withdrawing group with C double bond O group. So both should be there. And the next one is phenol group with only C double bond O group. Phenol group with here not withdrawing, here electron releasing. Next one is C double bond O group with phenol group with C double bond O, phenol group with C double bond O. Next one, phenol group with electron withdrawing group, phenol group with electron withdrawing. So these are the order. So the least keto form is the groups which are containing phenol group along with electron withdrawing. So in which keto form is less, whereas in aldehyde keto form is more. So the enol content in the aldehyde is very less, almost negligible amount of enol content will be there. So this is the order you have to keep in our mind to do the objective types here, in which one is a more amount of phenol content. Such type of questions will be asked in our exams. So next one is acid catalyzed tautomerism. So already discussed with you, tautomerism can be catalyzed by either acid or base. Now we are going to discuss about acid catalyzed tautomerism. Here, for example, I'd like to take an keto group. Yeah, C double bond O. Here this one will be attached with R group. So yeah, this one will be acid catalyzed. That means, for example, if any H plus is there, so this one will be enolized. What will happen? This H plus will be attack on the hydrogen atom. So this one, the lone pair which is present on the oxygen atom will be attacked to the H plus ion, and this one will become C double bond O plus and R. So now what will happen? So this one will be shifted to here to neutralize this positive charge, and a positive charge will be developed here. So here this one will become CH3 C COH OH plus R will be developed. So now from here this one have two hydrogen atoms. So one hydrogen atom in the presence of H plus, like H plus will be removed. So when the H plus will be removed from here, H plus will be removed from here, here negative charge will be formed. That negative charge will be like I'll show with different steps. COH and here positive here R, here negative charge will be formed as the removal of H plus will be removed, the proton. Why? Because if you use any catalyst, that should be removed out. So the catalyst doesn't involve in the chemical reaction. That's why here these two are forms a bond. So to form an enol CH3 COH double bond R. So this is a enol. So this is the acid catalyzed tautomerism. Acid catalyzed tautomerism. Here, so coming to the next one, base catalyzed tautomerism. How the base catalyzed tautomerism will be there? So in the base catalyzed tautomerism, who will be catalyzed? Base. So base gives which one? A OH minus ion. For example, I'd like to take C double bond O. Again the same type of keto group R. Here two protons are there. So if I use a base OH minus ion, so this OH minus ion abstracts a proton from here. So here what will happen? Here as a proton was removed, here negative charge will be developed. CH3 C double bond O or minus will be developed here. This minus will be attacked here. This one will be polarized to here, and here as a result negative charge on oxygen will be developed. Here a double bond will be formed. Here R will be formed. So here this one will be as this proton and OH minus H2O. These two are comes under the combined to form water. So that water will be utilized here, and proton will be transferred here. This one will nothing but HOH. So this proton is attacks on here, OH minus will be come out as it is a catalyst. Hence it will be formed CH3OH double bond CR. H will be here H, or simply we can write a line representation. So here this one is a enol form. So this is the base catalyzed tautomerism. So these are the two types of tautomerism, base catalyzed and acid catalyzed tautomerism. So one more tautomerism is there, that is nothing but para tautomerism. Here para tautomerism means it is a type of isomerism in which hydrogen migrates from para position. Hydrogen is migrates from para position. So if the hydrogen is migrates from para position, that one is called as para-tautomerism. So for example, if I take one example of this one here, I would like to write here, yeah, cyclohexanone diene. So here this one has two protons here. If the proton from the para position to here transfer, hence this one will form a phenol. Yeah, phenol will be formed. Let me erase this one. Just wait a moment. Let me erase. Yeah. Yeah, war. So here this one will become phenol. Here a double bond, here a double bond. So this hydrogen will be transferred to here. Phenol will be formed. So if hydrogen is transferred from para position to here, then it will be called as a para-tautomerism. So one more example I would like to give. 4-pyridinone. Here double bond, O, here N, here H will be. So if this H will be transferred, hence this one will form N double bond, OH. So this one will be para-tautomerism. These two are the examples of para-tautomerism. Clear? I hope you understand. So coming to the next one. Till now we are discussed 1,2 system and different systems. Now we are going to discuss about triad system, which is containing nitrogen atom. Triad system which is containing nitrogen atom. So now we are going to discuss about triad system which is containing nitrogen atom. In which the first one is nitrite and nitro system. Nitrite and nitro system. Nitrite and nitro system. How it will be? So nitrite is nothing but HON double bond O. This one is nitrite. So this one will be tautomerized as nitro N double bond O. Here a dative bond will be here. This one is nitro system. So here triad system. Why? Because here 1 to 3rd position. So the hydrogen is migrated to 3rd position. Hence it is an example of a triad system. So coming to the next one, nitro and AC nitro system. Nitro and AC nitro system. Nitro and AC nitro system. How it will be? So this one will be CH3 CH2 N double bond O. Here I would like to write O as a dative bond. Here this one is nitro system. This one will be tautomerized to AC nitro system. How the AC nitro form will be formed? So that is nothing but CH3 CH double bond N OH and this one. So this one is nothing but AC nitro form. So here proton will be transferred from this carbon atom first, second and third to here. So from here to here the proton will be transferred. Hence it is an example of a triad system. So coming to the third one. Yeah, third one is nothing but nitroso and oxime tautomerism. Nitroso and oxime tautomerism. How nitroso and oxime tautomerism will be there? Nitroso means RNO. Simply R2CH N double bond O. I would like to take nitroso. So this one will be tautomerized as oxime. That is nothing but I'd like to write R2C double bond N OH. Here the proton which is from here is transferred to here 1,3 system. So this one is our oxime. So nitroso and oxime system. So this oxime is also sometimes called as isonitroso system. So both are same only. Nitroso and oxygen, whereas nitroso and isonitroso system. Whereas coming to the next one, fourth one, imine and enamine tautomerism. Imine and enamine tautomerism. Imine and enamine tautomerism. Here imine is nothing but CH3, CH2, CH double bond NH. Double bond NH is nothing but imine. So this imine will be formed into enamine CH3, CH double bond, CH single bond NH2. Enamine means here amine, here en. So enamine. Here the proton present in here will be transferred to here 1, 2, 3. Here 1, 2, 3. Here hence it is a 1,3 system. So coming to the next one, azo and hydrazone tautomerism. Azo and hydrazone tautomerism. Azo and hydrazone tautomerism. So what is meant by azo and hydrazone tautomerism? So here, for example, if you are taken R, if you are taken R 2 CH single bond N double bond N R. This one is azo group. N double bond N is called azo group. This one will be formed hydrozo. So hydrozo means in that azo one hydro group will be added here. This one hydrogen will be added from here to here. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 3 migration. So this one is hydrozo. Here, so the last one is amide and imidole tautomerism. Amide and imidole tautomerism. Amide and imidole tautomerism. Here amide is nothing but R CONH2 CONH. So this one is amide. So this one will become imidole, that is nothing but RCOH double bond NH. This one is imidole. So here nitrogen, here this hydrogen 1, 2, 2, 3. 1, 3 migration will be takes place. So these are the 1, 3 migration, that is nothing but a triad system in nitrogen compounds. So I hope you understand, guys. So before closing the class, I would like to thank you all of you for watching this one, and I request all of you, please like, share and subscribe our channel. Don't forget to hit like button, as it gives huge inspiration to do more such videos. Hope you understand, guys. If you had any doubt, please leave a comment on the given comment box. And I request once again all of you, don't forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you.